With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and that is Ben Sauls, who's set to get this one started. And off we go from East Rutherford. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by the quarterback, formerly University of Tennessee. It's Joe Milton.
You know, I'm interested to watch him play today, Mike. I think this is a guy that hasn't had a lot of opportunity throughout his career to prove himself time and time again, week by week. So limited action, limited game experience, but he's definitely got all the skills to be successful in this league.
First carry now for Jaden Blue. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One play, one first down.
That's good for a Cowboys.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Zone read, it's a give to Davis. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Cowboys.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Giants' 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun is Milton. Flush to his left.
Joe Milton. A 7-yard gain. And the Cowboys first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. And this is caught left sideline, but out of bounds, says the official. Incomplete. That ball a little late getting there. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. knocks it through. The Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Giants nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On play action, it is Dart. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 11. First down, Giants.
First down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
That's another Giants first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On first and 10, here is Dart. He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
A run here with Tracy on second down. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. Third and short, fourth and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be
to the goal line and in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now,
kicker
the
on
extra
for the
point.
after.
He's got it. And the Giants come right back to tie it at 7.
Ties the game at 7.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Levante Turpin on the return. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. The Cowboys offense ready to see the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. They'll start this on the ground with Blue. They try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. From the gun, here's Milton. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Third down and 9. Here's Milton. Rolling to the left. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
Joe Milton on the scramble.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball. And I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
On fourth down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. Gunnar Olszewski is deep for the Giants. This brought in out past the 20. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Giants offense ready for their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Dart. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
They converge on quickly. He'll only get a couple. And it's Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And they've got it. Going to pick up the first down there. Right around midfield.
A gain of 9
Big
yards.
hole to run through there on 3rd and 1. This offensive line, they completely dominated this defensive front. And it opens the door for a really nice pickup and an easy first down.
Here's 1st and 10. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He'll get this across midfield down to the 48. Jamar James there on the stop.
It's a pickup of
Nice
3.
job by the running back
Brings
making
up
the first
2nd
guy
and
miss,
7.
but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll run once more with Singleton. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
45-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Moving left. He'll try to run for it. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. Former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams. He gets into drop it. It's a loss of 8.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
On 2nd down, Dart. Out wide, that's Singletary. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. That's good for a Giants first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense,
And he is going to go down. They sack him to end the first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Giants football here to begin the second quarter. They've got it with 2nd down and 13 in front of them. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he will get into the end zone. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York.
you just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
An extra point attempt to follow. He's got it. And the Giants will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Cowboys 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Blue. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. Throwing is Milton. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. First time to Lamb in this one, and it's a 1st down.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
First down.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
So on 1st and 10, here's Milton. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
We'll get this out quickly to Lamb. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
To the air on 3rd down is Milton. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
59-yard attempt.
Aubrey's pick is good. And the Cowboys are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Olszewski now to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Shotgun. It's done. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On the give, it's Tracy. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. Brings up third down.
Throwing. Dart. Now screen to be set up for Singletary. Room to run past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Whoa! And he'll get forward for a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Davis. And he'll take this up past the 40. Pick up at 5.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Milton. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And this ball incomplete on third down.
When this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays, that's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Here's Brian Anger now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Giants offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throwing is Dart. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Third down and 15.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. and that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. They run on the jet sweep, and that's not going to yield a whole lot to about the 28-yard line.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and not going to be a lot of gain.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. And over the middle and take it in. He's got it. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Giants.
And the Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
He tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense. No gain.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Singletary. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Here's Dart. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
Big play for the Giants. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
This one's hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
A gain of 22.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense. These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Tracy. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. They'll try to throw it, and here's Dart. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
And of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Point after, coming up here. The kick is good. And the Giants are out to a 21-10 lead.
Cowboys 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. With Davis. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on second down is Milton. To the outside. Catch made by Pickens. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
3rd and 5. Get out of the gun is Milton. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
13 yards on
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Short throw, run in by Schoonmaker.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. He takes off. And they'll take this down inside the 35. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. To the air, it's Milton. That's complete left side to Pickens.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Milton. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Milton. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys are able to get it back within a score.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. To throw is Dart. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down. The gun, here comes Dart. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 2. Now, Dart. That one too far out in front to be brought in. And it's incomplete. And Tyrone Tracy was the intended receiver there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why.
In trouble, and down he goes. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. Here's Jamie Gillen on now. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And great coverage on special teams for mark it down inside the 5-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to get it one final time in this first half. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Run here with Davis. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll start out 1st down and 10. For Tracy. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's dark. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he'll have the 1st down. We'll get him up around the 37.
And these are the tough yards you judge a back by, Mike. We used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like, you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive. And I think he's able to pick up that 1st down by about a yard or 2.
On 1st and 10, here is Dart. Open man is Robinson. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
It's
a gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a
line.
quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Dart going to keep this on the zone read, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
Here's Dart on 1st and 10. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. That's the linebacker, the former first-round pick, Kenneth Murray, in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Dart. There's that man again. Another catch. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of a shotgun. It's Dart. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
The Giants sending out their punter, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Cowboys offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Blue. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. In motion, Lamb. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Down at the 21, a gain of 1.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down, they need 5. A give, here comes Blue. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they are able to keep this drive moving.
And the Cowboys 1st down.
Really nice play call there that time. I think early on the quarterback realized pretty quickly, Mike, this is a light box. We got to take advantage of it. They get the right run call dialed up, and they're able to move the chains.
They'll run. It's Davis. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
On the handoff, Blue. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
To the air on 3rd down is Milton. He'll get this one complete to Schoonmaker. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 30 yards.
A gain of 30. And the Cowboy 1st down.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given. But it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
On the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Giants' 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Milton. He'll step up and run this. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
10 yards. That's another Cowboys first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 7. Here's Milton. Open, left side is Schoonmaker. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
It is 2nd and 6. A run with Blue. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Milton from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cowboys are back within 5.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Forward for maybe a yard. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop.
By Kenneth Murray. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. They swing this out wide to Tracy. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Brings up third.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Dart. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The Giants sending out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Now Davis. He finds a seam, a good run. Up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one.
At the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now it's 2nd and 1. He'll go again with Davis. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Fourth quarter begins on the ground.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. On the ground once more, it's Davis. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Straight ahead, it's Blue. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A run once more with Blue. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
Made by Bobby Okereke. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Again, it's Blue. A gain there of 15. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Typically in a third down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
Back over the middle for Schoonmaker. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's first and goal. What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is first down and goal. Blue is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Touchdown, Dallas.
What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
All right, so the Cowboys set to go for two.
The Cowboys.
Now Milton.
For the two-point conversion.
Forced out left, and he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the fourth quarter.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Olszewski now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
To the air on second down. Dark. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
They need one right now. Third and long. Here's Dart. The pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag down in the backfield, usually the spot that tells us hold it. They will go ahead and decline that one and take the 2 points. And now here comes the punt team. We forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Begin with a zone read. And he'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Milton to the air on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Chauncey Golston in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's 3rd down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
On the return, Olszewski. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Giants offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing, start. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This one not quite on target. Let him too much. That one falls incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Out of the gun, 3rd down. It's Dart. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, all 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down, and barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
To return, it is Turpin. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 23
Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Cowboys.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the first down.
Well, they run straight ahead with Blue. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Throwing on second down is Milton. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
Throwing on first and 10 is Milton. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Throwing is Milton. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And it's going to bring up a third down. Throw once more. Here's Milton. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Luke Schoonmaker. Touchdown, Cowboys. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Dart going to throw here on second down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Giants.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Giants first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
On first down, Dart. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up second down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
To throw is Dart. A ball deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Potentially very big call here. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. The Cowboys offense about ready to take over once more. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation, use as much clock as possible, up a couple of scores as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now give to Davis, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Taken down by Dane Belton. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Giants' 46-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Davis. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Milton. That's complete, left side to Pickens. Now a timeout, Giants. That is their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And their lead will stay right where it is.
Giants
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
So now, here is Jackson, Dart, and the Giants. Down by 10. A little under 2.5 to go. They're down to 1 timeout, plus the 2-minute warning. So speed will be of the essence. Down 2 scores late in this one. Here is 1st and 10. Dart. That is caught. It's Robinson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 2nd down, Dart. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. This one is on. It is a touchdown. There's a marker down. Let's see if it holds up.
Pass interference. Defense. That penalty is declined.
Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. A 1-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
Yeah, Mike, and that should just about do it. They do have 1 timeout, so if you can get some stops, use your timeout. Theoretically, you can get the ball back. Not going to have a lot of time. Probably going to need a miracle finish.
The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. This is Davis. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Here's Davis, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun is Milton. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
7-yard gain.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.